Hey guys, what is going on? So today I have a list of my top 5 favorite brutal death metal albums. Um, a lot of these albums can also classify as tech death. Um, some of them even old school death metal, but I don't know. Like I would call some of these tech death albums, but at the same time, they have enough elements of it to like be brutal death metal. When I say brutal death metal, I'm not referring to slam. Um, but like, because some people confuse brutal death metal with slam. But anyways, I don't even know why I brought that up, but I just wanted to get that out of the way. But yeah, so I have two honorable mentions, and one of them actually is basically a slam album, which is why I didn't include on the actual list, but it's an album I really like. That's Devourment with Butcher of the Week. Um, like I said, I'm not huge into slam, but this band is really fucking awesome, and this album is just absolutely killer. A lot of great songs on here, hilarious song titles. Really fucking heavy. The vocals just sound really disgusting and awesome. Really good groove. And the slams are really good, so yeah. And then my other honorable mention is Skinless with Progression Towards Evil. I haven't listened to the only reason I didn't include this album on this list is that I haven't listened to it a whole lot. But when I have listened to it, it's pretty enjoyable. It's kind of generic, but like on purpose. Like it's like cheesy death metal, but it's really fucking good. Really funny song titles and lyrics. A lot of great, really catchy songs. They're like fucking Crispy Kids or Champ on Lollipops. Pretty funny song title. So yeah. Well, those are the honorable mentions. So yeah. Number 5 is from a pretty underrated band, and that's Deeds of Flesh with Trading Pieces. I actually haven't listened to a whole lot of the rest of this band's discography other than this album. And this album's just fucking awesome. Well, I will admit they aren't the most unique death metal band. What they do, their style very well. They remind me of a mix of a lot of old school, brutal, and technical death metal bands. Like the vocals remind me a lot of Cannibal Corpse, Barnes era. The guitar riffs and stuff remind me a little bit of Cryptopsy, and the production I also really like. 'Cause it's like that shitty old school death metal production, but that still sounds like really. I don't want to say hi-fi, but like it doesn't sound like super raw, but it still sounds raw at the same time. It's difficult to explain, but I really like that style of production. And this album just has that. It's just really fun, just fucking awesome, really heavy, brutal death metal. So yeah. Number 4 is the album on this list that can most be argued as a tech death album. And that's Nile with Annihilation of the Wicked. Easily the best and the most popular Nile album. I wanted to include In Their Darkened Shrines since I own that album on this list, but I just like Annihilation of the Wicked more. Well, you could argue this is a tech death album. It's not as crazy and weird as a lot of other tech death bands like Cynic or Atheist or Obscura, but it has a little bit more brutality rather than just like weird like rhythms and stuff. Although the riffs are extremely technical, but there's some great songs on here, especially fucking Cast Down the Heretic is a fucking heavy song, and that was like one of the first like really heavy death metal songs I ever heard. Because before that, I was really into like just really like the starter death metal stuff, like the wider old school death metal like Death and Obituary, which I still fucking love, and Death is my favorite death metal band, as generic as that sounds. But like Nile kind of kicked me into like more heavier stuff back like half a year ago when I first heard this album. So yeah, it's just a great album though. Really fucking heavy. Not as progressive as their other stuff, which may be why I like this album a little bit more than the rest of their albums, but it's still an amazing album. But yeah. Alright, number 3 is an absolute classic and arguably the first brutal death metal band or album, and definitely the first band I think to ever use slams. That's Suffocation with Effigy of the Forgotten. In some aspects, this album hasn't aged extremely well, particularly because it sounds, by today's standards, if you listen to a whole lot of other death metal and then you listen to this, it sounds generic, but for its time, it was revolutionary. I might get some hate for saying that, but it's kind of true. At first, I couldn't get into this, and it just had to grow on me. I don't really know why. I think it's because the vocals are a little bit one-sided, but it's fucking awesome once you get into it. They do slams really, really well, especially on the song Ouija of Voracity. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's fucking awesome. So many good riffs. Frank Mullen, I think that's his name's vocals, are very one-sided and repetitive, but they grow on you, and he sounds fucking evil and scary, and it's just awesome. The blast beats are really good, just pummeling, and it's just a kick-ass album. I really need to pick this up. So yeah, Suffocation with Effigy of the Forgotten, just fucking classic. I also really like Pierce from Within, but I don't like it quite as much, so yeah. So sorry if I sound congested because I'm sick. And yeah, it fucking sucks. Number 2 is from one of my favorite death metal bands. That's Dying Fetus with Destroy the Opposition. In my opinion, this is their best album. A lot of people say Reign Supreme, and that is a great album, but I like this one more because production-wise, it sounds a little bit heavier in my opinion. But man, this album is so fucking good. So many amazing songs, like Pissing in the Mainstream, which is the song that got me into Dying Fetus. Praise the Lord, it's just fucking awesome, and I love the intro to that song. There's another song I'm trying to remember. Justifiable Homicide, I think that's what it's called, is another really good one. It's just a killer album, really. In my opinion, it's their best. It's not quite their peak, but it's their best in my opinion. But super fucking heavy, awesome. Fairly easy to get into, at least in my opinion. I also really like the Grotesque Impalement EP, which is really good. But that's an EP, so that's why I didn't include that on this list. And that has a lot of covers on it, rather than original songs. But Destroy the Opposition is just a death metal masterpiece, in my opinion. And yeah, it's just fucking awesome. So number 1 on this list is the only album on this list I actually own, unfortunately. Not unfortunately that I own it, but it's just unfortunate I don't own the other albums currently. But this is a fucking amazing album. It's my second favorite death metal album of all time, but my favorite brutal death metal album. And that's Cryptopsy with None So Vile. This album is fucking gold. Every time I listen to it, I just like it more and more. Because I notice stuff that I don't notice. Like, that I haven't noticed before every time I listen to this. And it's just so fucking awesome. Crown of Horns has these really weird fucking lyrics. And it's super heavy. The drum sound, especially on the snare, is just fucking perfect. Slit Your Guts has some really awesome, just insane sounding riffs. Graves of the Fathers is by far my favorite song on here. The vocals in that song are absolutely insane and just crazy sounding. Freaking Lord Worm is just an awesome vocalist. Dead and Dripping is really good. Benedictine Convulsions. Phobophile is probably the most popular song on here, and for good reason. The drumming on that song is fantastic, and the riffs just blow your mind. Witch Mistress is really good. Orgiastic Disembowelment. This is a really good album to blast. Like, there's been times where I'm home alone, and I'll put on this album and, like, crank up the volume on my stereo all the way, and it's, like, it's one of those moments where it's, like, this album, as far as heaviness-wise, like, it's aged really well, so, like, I don't know, I've had moments listening to this album where it's, like, how does it get any fucking better than this? Like, it's just so good, I love this album so much. It just grows on me every time I listen to it. It's just an amazing album, and, yeah, when I think of fucking brutal death metal, this is one of the first things that comes to mind. So, yeah, amazing album, and, yeah, and easily my favorite Cryptopsy album, although, their first album, I forgot what the fuck it's called. God damn it, why is it escaping me? It's also really good, but yeah, but, excuse me, that's pretty much it for this list. I hope you guys enjoyed. So yeah, those are my favorite brutal death metal, although some of them could be considered tech death albums. So yeah, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that shit, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.